Hi there guys, how we doing? Phil Kent here, and continuing with my daily Facebook Live. Do it around about 2 p.m. And for those who don't know, I've started a new sort of challenge, a new 50-day challenge. I'm just keeping an eye on the phone as well, so just having a look. 1 second, because I can keep the phone, because there's a slight delay using this program to what I'm doing on here as well. So I use the phone. I can see some comments and see some people appearing before they appear on the screen here. So I'm doing a new 50-day challenge that I set myself. A couple of people said they want to join in, which is great. And the reason you do things like that, it just gives you a bit of momentum and things like that, and makes you a bit sort of self-accountable, makes you part of a routine. So this makes sure I'm going to do a Facebook Live every single day around about the same time, which is 2 p.m. sort of UK time, and cover different subjects and different things like that. And see if we get any people on. As you know, the last 2 or 3 days of our deals on. She's another big member of the program that I'm with, the OLSP Academy. For those who don't know what it's about, you can shoot me a message and I'll give you some information. But if you've been watching myself and my results, you'll see the progress that I've been making. And it's just a case of developing a routine and sticking to it. So that's the way to do it. So if anybody's got any comments, just drop them in, say hello and all the rest of it. And what I'm going to cover today, I'm going to cover one of the posts that I made, I think it was yesterday. And, you know, it's created quite a bit of traction. I quite often pick up on a Facebook post to see if people want to sort of pick up on it. And yesterday's post, it was called sort of how many times do you hear these things from people? And they're along the lines of sort of how long will it be until I'm earning, or how long until I get results and things like that. And you generally get this from certain team members. And it's all to do with sort of a mindset thing. You know, you've got a mindset, you've got to have a positive mindset. And those that come in already with how long will it be until I get some earnings, how long until I get results and things like this. You've got to remember, firstly, it's not a race, and you've got to have that positive mindset. And instead of saying how long will it be until I get these results, how long will it be until I start getting some money in and stuff like that? Well, you know, you can't put a time on that, but what you can do is dedicate yourself to a daily consistent plan of action, and that sort of thing is going to work for you. It's going to work a lot better for you, okay? And that's what you need to be doing. So you need to be sort of telling yourself in that positive mindset, you know, I will get these results and I will start earning, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get me there. It's a completely different mindset. You're already telling yourself, and you're conditioning your mind that you're going to do so, because otherwise you'll start adopting the employee mindset, which is what I've covered also before, where people will sort of come in with the sort of mentality or the mindset of, I'll give it a month and I'll see how it goes, you know. And that's a crazy sort of mindset to have. If you have the give it a month mindset, what's going to happen is you're already setting yourself up to fail in 30 days. You're setting yourself up to quit in 30 days. And once you get 1 week and 2 weeks down the line, once you're that little bit nearer to it, you know, your mind's conditioned already to giving up after a month, because you've already sort of conditioned your mind to do so. So you must always stay positive and just sort of say, I'm going to give it as long as it takes, and do whatever it takes to make it happen. And whether you achieve that in 1 month or 3 months or 6 months does not matter, because everybody works at different speeds. Everybody's knowledge is taken in at a different pace, and everybody is different due to work commitments or whatever. But it's a case of making yourself accountable, making yourself find the time to do things. And that's what makes the difference. Because when I covered the post and I went into a bit of detail, and it got quite a bit of sort of feedback, you can scroll through the timeline, you might find it. You know, personal development training is also very, very important. You've got to take off some sort of positive mindset training, so you're always in that positive frame of mind and thinking positive. And if you look up information on, say, the positive mindset versus the negative mindset, you're going to find a ton of stuff, and you'll see the differences, you know, because, you know, it's not about budget, it's not about email lists or whatever. And I'm a good example of that, because I've been in the industry for quite some time, you know, on and off about 15 years across, and I've seen my fair share of sort of good programs, bad programs. And there came a stage where I just needed to step back, because there was so much garbage around, there was so much going on. And so for my own reasons, I sort of stood back for a little while. But I came back, and I was introduced to a program prior to OLSP, and it was doing okay. But the conversions were quite poor, and there was things just not quite right about it. But it was via that program that I was introduced to OLSP Academy, and as soon as I saw that, I knew things were different. The whole setup just ticked all the boxes. I knew it was right. I knew it had tons of value. I knew the owner was good, and it was just, so many sort of things that were right about it. You just had a good feeling. So I saw the value straight away, and on the day I signed up and joined, I upgraded immediately to Dominator status, which is the next sort of level up from being a sort of free member, because I saw the value and I knew that was where I needed to be, because I knew I wanted to position myself to earn maximum earnings from day one. I didn't entail costs and things like that, because that's another area where people go wrong. They start worrying about monthly fees and things like that. Now, don't get me wrong, I know people's circumstances are different, and they're, some people will find things hard, but if you condition your mind thinking, oh, it's going to cost me this, oh, it's going to cost me that, then you quite simply, you're not in the right mindset again. You're not in the right mindset again, because that's, again, a poor man's mindset. Okay, you've got to be a positive mindset. I didn't even think about that whatsoever. I just saw the value in being upgraded to the Dominator status inside the system, and I could see straight away that was where I needed to be to position myself for maximum earnings as well. And once you see that, and get that straight away, cost doesn't come into it. I mean, I've had a couple of, when I post my progress results in the OLSP, my Facebook group, I've had the odd comment come in, oh, that's good, but how much did you spend on traffic? Well, 0. But again, it wouldn't have mattered even if I had, but my results were all organic marketing anyway. But again, that person making the comment is a negative mindset comment, because all they're thinking is, oh yeah, but how much did you spend to get that result? It's a poor man's mindset. It's a broken mindset. It's completely the wrong mindset. You've got to have a positive mindset. And if somebody is investing to get results, then hey, good luck to them, because they're investing in themselves and they're investing in their future. They're not sort of weighing it up against costs or anything like that. So position yourself always in the program that you're going to be joining, and make sure you're joining the right programs. Okay, and you've got to have the right attitude and the right sort of mindset. It always comes down to mindset. You'll hear me banging on about mindset and consistency, and that is the difference, because like I said, I was away from it for quite some time. I came back, used the program prior to this, and then I joined OLSP. So I had sort of 0 social media presence. My engagement was nothing, because I hadn't used Facebook like that for such a long time. I had no list or anything like that. But that didn't bother me. I just knew that if I brought in the right work effort and I developed a routine straight away, mapped out what I wanted to do, and just got to work, went through all the trainings, turned up for things, turned up for Zoom calls, turned up for what they call the huddle calls inside OLSP. I was positioned at the right time, at the right place to get maximum earnings. I just went to work. I took action and did it consistently, and that was the difference. And I was so determined to make it work, and I just knew that if I got that consistent plan of action and stuck to it, then it's going to happen, So I put in the time, the effort, the hours, and that you need to do, because if people say out there it's easy online, it's not easy online. Okay, there's nothing easy about it. Work comes, online is not an easy, but you can make it easier for yourself if you're consistent. You make a routine. Now, I try my best to work closely with the people that are around me. I'll always help them out, because at the end of the day, there's too many sort of gurus or leaders that just want to get people on board, and they're just a number. So once you've signed them up, they don't hear from them again. So what happens is a month down the line, they just disappear. You don't want that. You want people to come on board and stay with you. So it doesn't matter if they're a seasoned marketer or they're someone completely new. You've got to help these people. You got to spend a bit of time with them. So I don't mind going out my way to help these people, because they'll stay on board, they'll appreciate it, and then it's just a case of teaching them what you do, which is what I want to do with the team members that are under me. Because at the end of the day, you want them to stay on board, and of course you need them to be earning, because if they're not earning, it's only going to be a month, 2 months, 3 months, and they'll eventually drop off because they're not earning anything. So you need to teach them what you're doing. Then it's a case of rinse and repeat. Do what I do, because what I do works. That's what I say to people. Just follow my recommended system. and recommended guidance through this particular program, and you will do well if you do as I do, because I get results. And then they can then take that, follow what I do, start to achieve their own results, and then they can sort of show that to other people, and they'll start getting results. And that's how it's just a rinse and repeat process. You've got the vehicle here to do everything that you need to be doing, and it's just a case of getting down and following a routine and sticking to it. The daily consistent plan of action is so important. Everybody's lives are different, but just be consistent in what you do. Like this daily live now, I've set myself a 50-day challenge. It's going to run until sort of the end of August, beginning of September. I'll be doing a Facebook Live every single day, and make sure to do a post every day just to help the engagement. It creates momentum, make sure it's self-accountable and things like that. So it's good stuff. So the rest of the post sort of said, you'll hear me bang on about the same things, because someone messaged me once and said, all you go on about is consistency. Well, because that's what it takes. You'll hear me talk about that a lot. It doesn't matter how hard it gets, doesn't matter how slow it seems, how few leads come in, because we all get them days. You can be consistent, doing your stuff every day, and you'll go for a dry spell, and every marketer will do it, whether they tell you they're not, they will. You'll have a sort of dry spell where you're doing all these things day in, day out, but nothing happens. You don't really get any leads, you don't get any contacts, you don't get any results. But you just got to know that you've got to maintain that positive mindset, because you think as long as you're doing these things, then it's going to start happening again, because it will. And then you'll get days where it's the opposite. You'll get leads coming left, right, and centre. You get people contacting you. And if you're charting your progress and showing what you're doing, people are going to be watching. Trust me, people are going to be watching, even if they don't say anything. They may never comment on your stuff. They might never like it. They're going to be watching you. I 100% guarantee it. You can have people watch you for days, weeks, whatever, and then suddenly surface and say, tell me more about this program that you've been doing. I've been watching you for X amount. I've had it happen so many times. So you've got to be consistent, because if you drop off, guess what? They're going to stop watching, okay? Because you just keep going at it. And once you keep at it for as long as it takes, and, my team members know they can reach out to me, and they're gonna get the help. I'll get messages all the time from new people, because this day and age, it's not good out there. Let's be honest. I mean, everyone's sort of cost of living is struggling. Everybody looking for ways to earn a bit of extra income to hopefully get out of the job that they're doing, and things like that. And so there's a real demand for it. There's a demand for it now more than there was a few years back, and there's a massive attraction to affiliate marketing. And unfortunately, because of that, you get these sort of scam companies, or the scam programs, or the programs that just simply do not work, because all they're doing is preying on these people's vulnerability and taking advantage of them to capitalize on earning money for themselves, because they know these people will get drawn in, because they'll see this, they'll plaster these things like, oh, this automated system, just join, click a few buttons, it runs on autopilot, and you're going to be earning all this money. And they get sucked into these powerful sort of presentations where these scammers and all the rest of it will put on this information, because they can invest in it, because they know all these people are going to jump on board thinking they're going to get rich and they're going to have these money coming in. And it doesn't work. It's simple as that. And these people they just lose their money. I know I've had online friends of mine, especially when I was in the industry before, I've lost thousands, and these are seasoned marketers who knew sort of what they were doing, but got sucked into the same thing. You've got to be so careful, which is why when people approach me, I say, make sure you know who you're dealing with, especially on Facebook and things like that, and these programs that pop up, because Facebook, as we know, people are getting their accounts cloned all the time. You get fake accounts, you get new accounts, and they will just, create these accounts because it's so easy to do, put a few pictures up, maybe add a few friends, the account's probably only a week old, if that, and they start adding people, and they start saying, hey, look, did I join this? My friend joined this automated system, get sucked in. And what happens is they get these people to join, people lose all their money, the account disappears, we've got no comeback. It's as simple as that. That's how they do it. So you've got to be careful. I always say to people, make sure you know who you're dealing with, make sure you know you're going to be joining. My Facebook profile is set to public. I've had my account a long time. And that's the sort of thing you need to be looking for. You've got to have a look for that stability and trust factor, and make sure that these people, got your best interests at heart. And I say it to a lot of people. And then you're dealing with the right people. And make sure that you can get results, because this program, when it does work, I'm going to do a quick screen share here. I'm going to sort of show you what I'm doing. So let's just go up to here. Give me a minute. So I'm watching on the phone as well, so it should start showing the screen, I believe. So I'm a little bit behind on the program. I'll just make sure it's going. If I jump over to this is inside the OLSP Academy. Now, as you can see, my earnings now just topped over the $2,000 mark, and I've been with the program literally just sort of two months, and I started from zero. And this is why I always say to people, chart your results. I made my first post inside the OLSP Academy group because when my first commission came in, which was $17, I didn't know, obviously, that 2 months later I'd have broken the $2,000 mark, but I posted it anyway, and people watch it. Post it on your timeline, post your results. People are watching all the time. And the difference with this program is that most people online do not earn any money. You're going to come against these people making outrageous claims that they've got these massive teams, they're doing really well, they're doing fantastic, that their program is the best in the world. Can they show you any proof? No. Sometimes they'll show you somebody else's proof. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as they say it's somebody else's, but a lot of people claim it to be their own. They're not doing well. So you've got to be able to show them. And if I was to jump over to, the OLSP Academy Facebook group, this is one of the main groups. I'm inside the media files here. And I can click on a few of these if you want. I hope you can sort of see a few of these, but you've got so many different amounts. $23 there, $415. We've got a high ticket, $2,600. You've got screenshots like this where Wayne posts, we paid 260 commissions today. That's in one day. 329 commissions down here paid. Got a string of high ticket earners. It's just endless, And yourself, if you've been part of a program and you go into their sort of main Facebook group, it's not very often in a lot of these groups you'll see people posting earnings, okay? And if that isn't happening, it tells you straight away that not many people are earning with that program, apart from the people right at the top getting everybody in. When you come into a program like this and you see that this is constant, Wayne, the owner, putting up these ones here, 141, 537 commissions. These are daily. This is how many they've paid out that day. And the post will list them. If I click on that one, congratulations, we paid 537 commissions today. If I open up that post, look at all this. These are, he basically lists down. Yeah, I hope you can see this, okay? He lists down all the people that have earned commissions that day or paid commissions to that day. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. All these individual people who have earned some sort of money with the program that day, 537 people. And these are regular posts that go out just to show you that people are earning with this program. This list goes on and on. I've got to scroll down to the bottom to at least 530 numbers. It could go on forever. So it just shows it is social proof that the system works. That's why I say to people, show what you're doing, show your earnings, chart your progress. People are watching you. I 100% guarantee they're watching your progress. I've had people who come back to me a week down the line, 2 weeks down the line, a month down the line, and especially when people are, like I said, they're out there and they're not earning with programs. Okay, they're not earning with programs, and if you can show them, hey, look, I joined this program. I've never earned any money online before. I joined this program, and in my first week or so, I already earned $20 or so because I bring people in through the recommended route where you're going to earn some commissions. The reason I do that is it's going to introduce them to 2 or 3 sides of the program. It's going to introduce them to, starting to learn how to build a list, what our capture or squeeze page is all about, and things like that. And setting up your autoresponder, which is the thing that sends out emails if you don't know what it is. And you're going to get these 3 fundamental components in place and learning from that right at the very start. And then you're going to set the process up and you're going to earn commissions through it, 100% guaranteed. It's a win-win situation. So you might have 2 or 3 days where you've got to put this all together, but it's a learning process because you're learning how to how a squeeze page works, how you're building up the sort of page builder, connecting your autoresponder, putting some emails together, and at the same time, you're going to earn from that by the learning process. And you got all that sort of fundamental basics in place early on. Okay, and then what happens is 2 or 3 days later, after doing that, you're going to earn your first commissions. It's this guaranteed income system. It's so effective, and then you can show to somebody else, hey, look, this is what I did, and I've earned my money in the first sort of week or so. You don't have to always go out and physically tell people. It helps sometimes, but if you just post that progress on your timeline and things like that, and people are going to ask you, hey, what's this you're doing? And there's no sort of selling the program, because when people come into affiliate marketing, most people come into affiliate marketing and they're looking for things like drop shipping, becoming an Amazon affiliate, or maybe doing a Shopify store or whatever, doing ClickBank products. These are all the main avenues, and they might do a little bit of search on YouTube. And what will happen is they're going to find these gurus on there, or these other types of affiliate marketers, professional affiliate marketers, showing you how to do it, and I earn 10 grand a month, come and earn $2,000 a day doing what I do. If it was that easy, we'd all be doing it. You got to think something seems to be good to be true, because where are they earning their money? They're earning their money from you watching that video and for you clicking on their product or their program, which shows you a load of garbage, but they get you on board and they get their payment and whatever. It's the same as if they're, some of these are very good at what they do. Some of them are professional product reviewers on YouTube and make a living out of it. And they've taken a long time to get to where they be, because they're established affiliate marketers for ClickBank products, say. So every single program that comes out, they'll do a review on it, whether it be good or bad. They'll go into the product, they'll show all the back office. A lot of these, some they can get sort of free copies of it to do reviews, and they'll put their YouTube up and their review up on YouTube. They'll have the ClickBank affiliate link for that program underneath the video, and because they're already an established authority, they're going to get a lot of views, a lot of subscribers already, and they're going to get a lot of money from people clicking on that the affiliate link down the bottom and buying the program through them. That's how they earn their money. That's how they're very good at it. But it does not mean that people will come in straight away thinking, this is so easy to do. All I've got to do is exactly the same as that. Unless you've already got an established presence in the YouTube area for that particular example, it's not going to work for you, because you're just like the regular YouTube guy. You're going to do a review for it. You might get a few reviews when people are looking at the program, but these professional affiliate marketers on YouTube, they're going to have all these bonuses thrown in, where they'll argue this product and that product and this product and that product. That's why if you go to YouTube and look for these reviews, they'll say, get my bonuses, and they'll have all these programs or products they can give you as an incentive to join through them. Okay, now this is all part of a learning process, and it goes back to the same thing. Why so many people do not succeed? Why so many people fail when they come into affiliate marketing? It's quite simply because they do not have the knowledge, they do not have the training behind them. So when you get on a program such as we with the OLSP Academy, it teaches you everything. So getting back to where we were, you're going to learn about the list building side. You can learn about putting a page together. You can learn about the emails together and learn how to build the list, and you're going to earn some money for it. And then that's the knowledge process. And then you can take this information, knowing that you've got the platform to learn from. And once people have done that part, I then say to people, you need to go over to the OLSP Academy training and go through the training steps. You're also going to be introduced to being a dominator, which is the 100% the first place you need to be at, because you're positioned then to earn the maximum earnings. And then you can show to people, this is what I did, this is where I recommend you start, and bring them through that exact same process. Because what's going to happen then is they're going to learn about, they're going to learn about building an email list. They're going to learn about using a page builder and a squeeze page. They're going to learn about setting the emails up in an autoresponder. They're going to come through under you, and you're going to get commissions for them coming through. And this is how the process works. And then they get to the end. You want them to become a dominator, and then they're going to go through to the academy training. And it's a process. And you can do this for anybody that comes through, especially the ones that are online struggling, especially the ones that are looking to learn in affiliate marketing, because they can be looking to do their ClickBank, they can be looking to make a blog, they can be looking to do Amazon shipping, but 99 or 95+% of them are not going to earn any money because they haven't had the knowledge and they haven't had the training, and that's why they're not going to do it. And you're in such a prime position for these people because you're able to help them, and that's what it's all about. It's about being able to help them, because they're going to say, I have so many conversations on a regular basis. They'll come and start talking to people and ask them how it's going. Oh, it's going okay. What have you been doing? Oh, I've got some affiliate links to some Amazon products. Oh, brilliant. Where are you posting them? How are you getting on? It's early days, so I've not had much interest yet. Well, they're not going to get much interest because these Amazon affiliate links need hundreds to thousands of views to get a decent amount of sales. They're not going to get those because they don't know how to do it. Because what products or these programs tell people to do is come through our course, pay this stuff to join, and all they're going to do is have this sort of garbage training that just basically tells you to select a product, be it ClickBank or Amazon or whatever, grab your affiliate link, post it on social media, and you're going to get sales. And hey, guess what? It doesn't work. It doesn't work because they're not getting the views. They're not getting the visitors. So you can have the best program in the world. You can have one of the top selling programs on ClickBank or Amazon or wherever. But if nobody gets to see it, you're not going to earn any money. It's as simple as that. So if you learn how to build an email list, which is where the money comes in, you learn how to get in front of people. It's a win-win situation when it comes to especially the program that you're with. Because one, you can take these people and say, look, this is what works for me. I earned my first commission ever online. Come through the same process as I did. You're going to guide them through that process. They're going to earn their first commissions, okay? And in that ballpark, they've learned the fundamentals of affiliate marketing via the email list, the autoresponder, the page builder, etc. Okay, so they've got the fundamentals. Then they're going to go through the academy training, and then they're going to go through the Dominator training, which is all on board. So all the time it's a learning process, and it's a rinse and repeat process, because then it doesn't matter what avenue they want to go in, because the idea is, some people say, oh, do you only use that program to earn? I will probably stay where I am. There's a lot of people that do stay where they are because they're earning good money with the program because there's so many other areas to earn from. But other people come through and use it as a learning and earning process, because that's the difference. You're able to come on board, learn all about affiliate marketing. You're going to earn at the same time, and then you can use those skills at the end to apply it to everything, because by that time you're going to have enough knowledge and enough experience, etc., to go to ClickBank, to go to Amazon or wherever, and you can say, right, I can now put this together, and I'm going to put a blog together, or I'm going to do a Shopify store. It doesn't matter, because you're going to have the knowledge that other people have. You're going to know how to get visitors, how to build an email list. If you build an email list up into the 1,000, which is obviously a primary goal, and a decent email list of people that know you, like you, and trust you, which we hear a lot in the industry, and you can do that by working with them, nurturing them, moving them from, say, a cold traffic list into a warm traffic list, build up a relationship with them. You can maybe give them some freebies and some free products, or show them some value training, anything. But and what's going to get to the stages where you're going to have this list that grows, of a warm list that know and like you and trust you. And then if you're, say, in the ClickBank arena or wherever, the Amazon arena, you can be then in a position to say to your list, you can get a product and say, I've just reviewed this product. I think it's fantastic. Go take a look. You write an email, send it out to your list. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to get a lot of people look at it because they know, like, and trust you. You get a lot of people going to try the product because you've said to them it's a good program. And what's going to happen is a lot of those people are going to buy through your link, and then you're going to earn the money. And that is how the system works. It's quite simple once you get to know it and understand it. Coming on board new and cold and grabbing a link and throwing it on social media, putting it on Instagram or Pinterest or wherever, it's just not going to work. It's not going to work. You're not going to earn enough money. You might be lucky to get the odd sale, but it's not going to work. Especially if you get the rates that, say, Amazon pay, which is quite low commission rates, unless you get a digital product and a expensive digital product, you're going to get the small commissions. So you need hundreds and hundreds of eyeballs on it, but you can do a shortcut to that by putting it to your email list and things like that. So come through the system, you can introduce that to people and they can earn from it. And Wayne, the owner, always says, he wants everybody to earn. He wants everybody to do well with it. And that's the difference. Once you get that sort of situation, it's a case of coming on board, taking in the knowledge, learning from it, and being able to apply it anywhere else that you want to go. And you can introduce that to other people and show them that the system works. So it's a win-win situation. You'll be increasing your knowledge all the time. You'll be showing others. They can see that it works. And then it's just a case of rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Because if you've come through the process at the beginning, which I guide people through, and then I'll go to the next level training where I can say to them, this is what I do, this is how I get results, do as I do, then they'll be able to carry on coming through the academy training and into the dominator training and things like that. At the same time, they're going to be able to introduce people, or people will be coming to them, because you've got to chart your progress. Doesn't matter how small it is. People are going to be watching and taking interest, and they'll be messaging you and saying, what's this program you're doing? Because they've seen you earn, because most people don't earn anything. So they're going to see you earn and you say, hey, it's great. You don't have to sell the program. You talk to them again. That's a learning process that I can help people with. And I hope all that makes sense. I've just gone over the sort of half an hour mark. I've seen Corey's been down there watching as well. I hope a couple of others have been watching. If you've got any questions, just drop them in. But it is a system. It is a process. Somebody messaged me yesterday. I was talking to them. I've seen these AI automated systems. They look pretty good. Really? Okay, you're always going to get some hot program, which is supposed to be good. Guess what? It won't work. They want you to pay X amount for these programs. Basically trying to say to you, it's going to be a guaranteed income. You're going to earn all this money. It's not going to work. You're going to lose your money. If people don't take the advice, go for it. Don't put your money in and see what happens. You will not earn. It just won't work. The only ones making the money are those that are trying to get you to join it in the first place. So guys, it's just gone over half an hour. My daily life number 5. I've covered quite a few points, and I hope I've given people some sort of pointers. If you want to know more about the program, reach out to me, get started. I'll help you through the same process. And you've seen my results. I've hit over $2,000 in the first 2 months. I can help other people do it, but they've got to be prepared to have the right work ethic. They've got to have the right attitude, and they've got to just do as I do. And it's not a race. That's what I say to people. It's not a race. Some people will learn at different speeds, but as long as you're following the same path and the same process, then it's going to work for you. It's just a case of getting that plan of action, that routine together, and staying consistent in all that you do. You've got to put the work in, and you will get the results. And then you can show people what you're doing, help them on their journey, because once you position your mind right, you're not trying to sell them. You're not trying to sell them or convince them to join your program, which is what so many people do. There's no pitching and selling. As one of my mentors from a long time back said, stop pitching and selling and start providing value. You remember those words, they're huge. You start providing value because you're helping people that are struggling, which is over 95% of the people that come in to this arena are struggling. So if you can help them with a system and a process that works, help them to earn some commissions, guess what? It's going to be a real eye-opener for them, and it's going to change everything that they do and look at, and they're going to have that belief, and you can show them what you're doing, and then it just becomes a rinse and repeat. So the guy that's just gone over just the half an hour mark, trying to keep them sort of 30 minutes or under. I'm doing a daily live around about 2 o'clock UK time. So I hope you got some value from that. Let me know in the comments, and hope to see you on the next video. It's going to be around about the same time every day. I've committed myself to a 50-day challenge. I'm going to do 50 days on the trot of Facebook Lives, plus posts and things like that and everything else. Get that self-accountability to start your own challenge. Doesn't matter when you start it, but make sure when you start it, you do it every day. So whatever you're doing, have a great day. Hope you find this useful. Have a good one. If you need any information, reach out to me, and I'll catch you on the next live. Cheers, and bye now.